Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Todd Williams of Bristol.
A few years ago, I had this amazing idea, and I had contacted our city and reserved one of our larger parks, very nice park. And I'd gotten a speaker to come in, and I'd gotten a wonderful musician and a band, and I wanted to have this event, Peace in the Parks, and invite the whole community, Bristol and the surrounding area, to come to this all day long just time of getting peace with God. And really, it was going to be a time to learn who Jesus is and all that he can do for us. And we had planned it all. We'd gotten permission. We had gotten the speaker and the musicians. And then COVID-19 happened. And I'm sure many of us, all of us probably have stories of how COVID-19 brought at least one disappointment or one letdown to a dream we have. You know, a lot of times we have dreams. And we dream things for our lives. And sometimes we even dream things with God like this. And it's a good dream. And then sometimes life hits us in ways and we get disappointed. And sometimes we get disillusioned and we wonder, why, God? Why are you doing these things? I remember when I was a kid, I lived kind of on a hill, and at the bottom of the hill, there's a sharp right-hand turn. And if you don't make that turn, you go through someone's yard, and then there's a lake on the other side of their yard. And I didn't know how to ride a bike. Now, at the top of the hill, there's a little flat space, and it's not far from our house, and my dad brought me to the flat space, and he taught me how to ride a bike, and I was kind of getting it. And I had the training wheels on, and I was getting how to ride this bike. Well, he takes the training wheels off, and I'm learning how to balance, and then he's holding me by the seat, and he heads me towards the hill. I'm like, oh, no. And he kind of says, it's fine, you're going to do it, and he lets me go, and I was so scared. And all of a sudden, I'm going down this hill, I'm gaining speed, and faster and faster and faster. And I realize as I'm getting to the bottom of the hill, and there's a sharp right turn, I don't know how to turn. I haven't learned how to steer, and I don't know how to stop. I mean, I'm going downhill and I'm gaining speed. I don't know what to do. And so all I could think of is I'm just going to go fly through that yard into the lake. And I wasn't thinking, I was mortified. And I just thought it's better to fall on purpose. I fell on purpose. I skinned my knee. I hurt myself pretty bad, but my dad was running after me and yelling, shouting, clapping his hand. You did great. You did great. Come on, let's do it again. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, let's do it again. And I learned how to ride a bike, and it became one of the joys of my life. I still love riding bikes. But sometimes when life creates these disillusionments, we get to a point in our life where we don't want to get back on the bike. And God is like telling us, saying, hey, get back on the bike. There's so much more in life to enjoy. And we're like, no, we don't want to. We're not sure that we can trust him. That's what it comes down to. We're not sure we can really trust God. And in this, God says to us, and it's a reminder, he says in Jeremiah 29:11, you probably know this verse, for I know, God says, I know the thoughts I think towards you. God says, I'm thinking about you, and I know what I think about you. He explains it. He says, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. God has dreams for me. He has dreams for you. Sometimes we experience like this death to the dream, but God can revitalize that dream anytime. And his invitation to you and to me is get back on the bike. Trust me. Just trust me and watch what I can do. This is Pastor Todd Williams of Bridge Community Church in Bristol.
You've been listening to Pastor Todd Williams of Bristol, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.